In a crisis, people don't rise to the occasion, they fall to their level of preparation. That's a truth most never learn until it's too late. And when SHTF hits hard, your gear isn't just equipment. It's your lifeline. But here's the shocking part. Most preppers are missing critical gear, stuff they think they'll never need, until it's the only thing that could have saved them. In this video, we're going deep into the ultimate SHTF survival gear kit, and I guarantee there are items on this list you've never packed, never tested, and never even considered. But when the grid is down, chaos rules, and the system collapses, you'll be glad you had every last one of them. Stay alert, the list starts now. Let's get one thing clear. Gear doesn't mean expensive gadgets. It means the right tools, for the right job, even if they look stupid now. When SHTF, it's not about looking cool, it's about surviving. And the first item on the list is something 99% of preppers overlook: a laminated copy of your ID and medical info. In a full-blown disaster, your phone might be dead, the internet might be down, and no one's verifying you digitally. A physical ID can get you past checkpoints. A printed medical sheet with your blood type, allergies, and prescriptions could mean life or death if you're unconscious. Cheap, light, and criminally underrated. This is gear that works when nothing else does. Next up, backup communication gear that doesn't rely on cell towers. You need at least a basic two-way radio or a ham radio receiver. In a grid-down event, phones go first, texts get stuck, GPS fails, but local radio frequencies, especially from emergency services or prepper networks, can still broadcast. A small solar-powered receiver can give you the edge in You'll know where the threats are moving, which roads are blocked, where food drops are happening, or if martial law is being declared. While the rest of the world is blind, you'll have ears. That's a tactical advantage most people never think to carry. Third item, eyewear backup gear. You don't see this in most bug-out bag checklists, and that's dangerous. If you wear glasses or contacts, you're carrying your weakness on your face. In a chaotic situation, running, crawling, getting hit, glasses get lost. Contacts dry out. Without vision, you're done. Keep an old pair of glasses or a rugged pair of safety goggles in your kit. Bonus if they're scratch-resistant and impact-proof. Survival is about redundancy, and if you can't see the threat, you can't avoid it, let alone fight it. Let's talk about cash. Not your credit cards, not crypto. Good old-fashioned, small denomination, cash. When the grid fails, electronic payment systems collapse. ATMs shut down. Cards stop working, and most stores, if they're even open, won't have change for your $100 bills. Pack $1, $5, and $10 in a waterproof bag. It's not just about buying food, it's about negotiating when you need help. A little cash can get you supplies, information, maybe even shelter. In the early days of a collapse, cash is king, and if you don't have the right kind, you're out of the game. Here's one you probably didn't expect: a deck of playing cards or a small game. Why? Because mental endurance is geared too. When you're hiding out for days, maybe weeks, boredom becomes a serious threat. It leads to bad decisions, low morale, even mental breakdowns. A small deck of cards weighs nothing, but it gives your brain a break from stress. If you're with family, especially kids, it's even more critical. Keeping morale up in a survival scenario is one of the most overlooked forms of gear, and it can mean the difference between quitting and pushing through. Moving on to the sharp stuff, you already know you need a knife, but here's where most people screw up. They don't carry a sharpening tool. A dull blade is just a metal stick. It's worthless when you need to process wood, prep food, or defend yourself. A compact, multi-angle sharpener, or even a simple fieldstone should be in every SHTF gear kit. Because when you're off-grid for weeks, your blade will get dull. And when it does, you better have the tools to bring it back to life. Now, let's get personal. Hygiene and health. In a survival situation, a simple infection can kill you. That's why your kit needs a compact hygiene module. Things like wet wipes, travel soap sheets, and most importantly, a travel-sized bottle of iodine or alcohol. It's not about being clean, it's about staying alive. Infection from a scratch, contaminated water, or dirty gear can take you down faster than a bullet. This is low-tech, life-saving gear that gets ignored far too often. And while we're here, don't skip water filtration redundancy. Everyone carries a Life Straw or Sawyer Mini, right? But what happens when it clogs? What if you lose it? Always pack backup purification tablets, and if you can, a DIY water filter kit with charcoal, sand, and cloth. Also, a collapsible water container. Why? Because finding water is one thing, transporting it is another. You can't drink from puddles forever. You need to carry it from source to shelter. Let's go deeper. Printed maps, not digital. Not downloaded, real, foldable, waterproof topographic maps of your region. When SHTF, Google Maps is dead. Roads may be blocked. Bridges may be down. You'll need to navigate without cell signal. A map plus a simple compass can guide you out of danger or into safety, especially if you've pre-marked places like water sources, shelters, or rally points. Navigation is survival, and most preppers rely on dead tech. Here's one that blows minds every time. Copies of key, documents, and passwords on encrypted USB drives. Sounds fancy, right? But it's just smart. You can store IDs, property records, medical files, and even survival manuals in digital format. Pair that with a rugged, offline-capable device like an old e-reader or repurposed smartphone that runs on solar power. This becomes your mobile survival library. In a long-term collapse, information is gear, and access to data gives you options when others are lost in the dark. Speaking of options, multi-use gear. Think outside the box. Bent duct tape, contractor trash bags. One bandana can be a water filter, sling, face cover, or flag. Duct tape fixes everything from shoes to shelter. Trash bags become ponchos, tarps, or water catchers. These are the Swiss Army knives of survival, and they cost nearly nothing. But when the system's gone, improvisation is king. And these tools are your ticket to staying adaptable. And here's your wildcard item. A small, loud whistle. Why? Because screaming doesn't carry. Your voice dies out in seconds, especially in panic. But a whistle cuts through noise. It can signal for help, alert your group, or warn others. It's a simple piece of survival gear that weighs nothing, costs less than $1, and can literally save your life in a rescue or threat scenario. That's real gear value. Low cost, high impact. Let's wrap it up with a reality check. You can have a $500 knife and still die of dehydration. You can own a bunker and get taken out because you forgot antibiotics. Real prepping isn't about collecting cool toys, it's about building a layered, versatile system of gear that works when the world stops working. And that means thinking like a survivor, not a shopper. Now, if you're serious about getting your survival gear squared away, you need access to clean, independent water, no matter what happens. That's why I recommend checking out the Water Freedom System. The link is right below this video, pinned in the comments. It shows you how to build a simple, portable device that pulls clean water right from the air. No plumbing, no electricity. In an SHTF event, that kind of tech isn't just smart, it's freedom. So tell me in the comments, which item on this list wasn't in your kit, but now will be? Or better yet, which one saved you in the past? Let's learn from each other, because when it hits the fan, you don't get a second chance. Prepare, adapt, survive. We're just getting started.